This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the BlackBerry Curve 8520 for T-Mobile. This is the first Curve to use an optical trackpad, which you can see right here, instead of the usual BlackBerry trackball. Most of us love the trackball, but you know, this works an awful lot like the trackball. I have to say that I don't miss it all that much. I would prefer to still have it in the web browser for scrolling around, but it works almost identically, and it actually clicks down to select something. So that's sort of like the storm spirit of things, where they like to give you the click for a little tactile feedback. The phone is available in black or in frost, which is more like a battleship gray. You can see it's fairly thin, it's not ultra thin. It has a 3.5mm headset jack, and this is something new also. This is music playback controls under the rubberized top cap here. You have fast forward, rewind, play, stop buttons right here. It's pretty cool. And here again, this almost looks ruggedized in a way. Underneath this rubber here, you've got your voice command buttons and you've got your volume controls, which you can feel very easily, but are very subtly integrated underneath the rubber cover. Nothing much going on the bottom. The back is plastic. It's a pry-off back. It's not the nice back that you find on the Curve 8900, which has kind of metallic finish and an easy release hinge. But this guy is a little bit cheaper. This is $129 at release with a 2-year contract, which is $20 less than the Curve 8900. But we have to admit that you do get a lot more on the Curve 8900. This has a QVGA color display. It's 320 by 240 pixels, which is lower resolution than the 8900s. And this has a 2-megapixel camera on the back, whereas the 8900 has a 3.2 megapixel camera. And the 8900 has a GPS, while this doesn't. What this does have is UMA calling over Wi-Fi, so obviously you have Wi-Fi there for data, and UMA calling if you're a T-Mobile at-home customer. And it does come with BlackBerry Maps, though without the GPS, it's not hugely useful. And we'll take a look at the web browser here. Try out the keyboard. The keyboard's very nice on this. I actually like this a bit better than the 8900s. It's got a very textured surface here. And we'll visit our web page. Right now we are on Wi-Fi, so load times are pretty good. On Edge, you know, it's obviously going to be slower, though BlackBerry is pretty efficient at downloading pages over a slow connection. So far, the Bold is still the only GSM network 3G phone available. We do have JavaScript turned on right now, and JavaScript does slow down the BlackBerry web browser, or it would be loading this page faster. Since this is QVGA lower resolution than the 8900 and then the Bold or the BlackBerry Tour, which we'll compare it to in a minute, it's a little bit easier to read text on the screen. But obviously with the web page, you're still going to have to zoom in, unless you're looking at a mobile optimized page with bigger fonts. So you can see me scrolling around here pretty easily using the optical trackpad. Let's compare this to the Tour for a minute. This is the Tour for Sprint. If you could cross a Bold with an 8900, you'd have the Tour, basically. So this runs on Sprint. There's also a Verizon version. So you can see the Curve's a little bit smaller. Keyboard design is fairly similar, but this guy has flatter keys, and we like the raised keys better on this. It's a little bit easier for typing. And if you take a look at the back, this has a plasticky back too, but it does have a release lever. And obviously this has a higher resolution camera. The Curve is no slouch when it comes to processing power. You can see you can move around, open up things, and do things quickly thanks to a 512 megahertz X-Scale family processor, and it has 256 megs of flash storage, so you actually have some room to put your applications on there. And there's a micro SD card for storage as well, so you can put your tunes on there to use with that media player and to play videos and such. Let's take a look at the media player. This is pretty much what we've seen on all recent BlackBerries. You launch your media player, you choose between music, videos, ringtones, look at pictures, and voice notes. So, well, take a look at the music player and select by the usual sort. And we have one exciting song on here. We'll play. So you still have the controls down here, but the neat thing is you've got these here. So press that, stop the song. Or you can hit these to skip forward and back. Let's take a look at the video player real quick. There's a demo video that comes pre-installed on this. Alright, that's a pretty frantic video, and given how fast they're moving around, you can tell that the frame rate's actually very good on video playback because those guys are moving very fast, yet very smoothly. And this has access to BlackBerry App World. If you haven't used this before, it's pretty easy to use, and there's a lot of good free applications on here. Of course, you can buy applications that are commercial as well. You can scroll through and look at all the apps that are available in various categories. Quite a few categories here. Since this is a business-oriented phone, it has Microsoft Office viewers. Of course, it supports BlackBerry messaging, and it can handle push email. It also comes with IM. There's a lot of clients on board here. You've got the BlackBerry Messenger, you've got AIM, Google Talk, ICQ, Yahoo Instant Messenger, and Windows Live Messenger. Obviously, BlackBerry is one of the best phones around for staying connected. The phone supports T-Mobile MyFace, as you'd expect. It's quad-band GSM World phone. It's locked to T-Mobile, so if you want to use somebody else's SIM, you're going to have to get T-Mobile to unlock it for you. So that's the BlackBerry Curve 8520 for T-Mobile. Visit mobiletechreview.com to read our full review.